What's the most important part of this chair? Is it the back? Is it the seat? Or the legs? I think none. It's those tiny invisible screws holding it all together. In self-development, your moral values are those screws. Let's make sure your character is built strong and unshakable. This is Samer Hani, and this is episode 2 of Low Bandwidth Society. We are born selfish, just naturally focused on our own needs. If a child sees another kid playing with a toy, he would probably say, "Mine!" Nobody taught him to be selfish. It was simply his natural starting point. We start as takers with default settings. At the beginning of our lives, we depend on others for food, comfort, protection, and attention. Through childhood, we tend to accept all cookies. And at this stage, we are exposed to the reward and punishment system. Most of us are rewarded for doing the right thing and corrected or punished when we do the wrong thing. However, I think the challenge begins when people never move beyond it at later life stages. In my opinion, as parents, we should teach our children to develop judgment at early ages instead of obedience only. We should encourage them to ask, what is the right thing to do? Instead of just asking, what do I get? Or what will happen if I don't do it? For example, if your child decides to wear mismatched clothes to the mall, we tend to argue and force them to wear what we want. But if no one is harmed and nothing inappropriate takes place, then not every difference needs to be corrected. Let's try to shift from controlling behavior to character building. I think that the danger of a reward and punishment system is that it can create people who act to please others rather than people who act from their own values. As we grow, we start building skills and achievements. We discover our strengths and work on our weaknesses. As teenagers, we have something powerful in our hands. Not just technology, but creativity and curiosity to become better, confident versions of ourselves. But sometimes we carry things that are heavier than we realize. Stress, comparison, overthinking, holding onto things that no longer serve us. Here, learning to let go is not giving up. It is making space, space to grow, space to discover who we really are. My father once told me, every person is a book, and every conversation is a new page. Very true. Every person we meet has something to teach us. Different friendships, different perspectives, different experiences. When we get to late teenage years, we struggle at the most critical transition stage, going to university. Our purpose is still buffering. We are not sure of what we are good at or how we want to contribute to others. We probably all feel that teenage years are full of uncertainty. And that is normal. I see that the problem is the absence of a clear purpose at this stage. Teenagers tend to make life decisions based on other people's expectations and influence. Sometimes a teenager does not choose a career, they inherit one. They follow the path their parents or society admire. Before asking, is this really my path? Before university, parents and schools play a very important role in guidance, not in decision making. So the developing education system and parents should work together to explore interests rather than dictate choices. This uncertainty can follow us into adulthood. For example, in the workplace, some people work only for the reward, the salary, the title, the approval. Slowly, they can lose their passion, their creativity, and their sense of purpose. They may focus more on pleasing others than staying true to themselves. And sometimes they allow people to cross their boundaries and move away from their own values. This is why knowing yourself matters, because your work should not only give you success, it should also connect with who you are. At early adulthood, we draw our red flags, our boundaries. We develop more confidence and wisdom. We probably have a clearer purpose. We are no longer driven by external incentives. Instead, we grow our internal purposes, our morality. Morality is when we are able to shift from accept all to review preferences. Of course, morality not only in the workplace, but also as parents, between siblings and friends, and in our community in general. Mahatma Gandhi said, "True knowledge gives a moral standing and moral strength. Knowledge and information alone are not enough. Intelligence alone is not enough. What really matters is to create your own sterling character. A character with integrity, responsibility, respect, self-discipline, and wisdom. A character guided by moral understanding." As we mature, our actions should pass the review preferences test. Our moral authority should become our priority. A teacher, a manager, a leader, or an official may have the right to make decisions. This is formal authority. But let me ask you, have you been through incidents where those people make decisions only because they have the power, not because they are right? Moral authority is where actions match values through consistency, empathy, integrity, sacrifice, and most importantly, through courage. Courage for standing up when it is right when we see unfairness, and courage for having the strength to forgive others sincerely. What's the most important part of a tree during a storm? Is it the strong trunk? Is it the green leaves that show life? Or is it the colorful flowers that attract attention? Probably not. It's mainly roots you never see, especially in pine forests. It's not just roots that go deep, but roots that connect, sharing strength, stability, and silent support. I believe humans are the same. On the surface, we focus on success, appearance, and achievements. But what truly holds us together are invisible roots, our values, our morals, our character. When the storm hits, it's never what everyone sees that keeps you standing. It's character rooted in morality that holds you together. Stay tuned, stay connected. We'll get you more excited episodes with tactics just built for you.